Greetings, this is Walter Wilson, and I'm going to talk about a question that's brought up to me all the time. Invariably, when a person or a prospect becomes a client, I find them as an entity, limited liability company, business corp and Inc., limited partnership, or even a sole proprietor on Schedule C of their 1040. And these are all pass-through entities. And the idea is that I say, okay, why did you set up the company? Well, my lawyer told me to do that for protection. And then the second thing is, well, why did you choose to be taxed as an S-Corp or a partnership or a disregarded entity? Well, my accountant told me to do that. And I said, okay, well, you realize that the S-Corp is only as good as it can go, and it can only do what you can do. In other words, an S-Corp is you. It has its own federal ID number, and it helps in some regards, but there's only you. And the biggest argument against adding a C corporation to your world was called double tax. In other words, the S-Corp is only reporting, it doesn't pay tax, but you pay tax on all net income that's in that S-Corp, whether you take it out or not. So an S-Corp is limited to what you can do. The argument against adding a C-Corp to stand right next to it, to give you the best of both worlds, was that, well, you can never get your money out of a C-Corp because of double tax. Well, that went out of the law on January 1 of 2018. So if you haven't gotten a call from your tax advisor since January 1 of 2018, you need to listen carefully to this. The double tax was eliminated with the fixed flat tax for C corporations. It's gone. There is no more double tax. The only reason there would ever be a double tax if you had a C corp and you had money in it was that it paid tax at the 21% flat tax rate at the federal level, and then it paid a dividend to you, or it paid a bonus or salary to you. That's the double tax. So if you don't pay the money out as a dividend and you don't pay it out as salary, how can I get the money out and only pay one tax? And that is, there's a provision in the tax code that lets you do that. It lets you take whatever you got in there after you paid the flat corporate tax of 21% and never pay another penny in tax. So not only was the double tax eliminated on January 1 of 2018, there's been a provision in the tax code for 40 years. 40 years. That allows you to pull the excess money out of that C corporation. But the C corporation has a flat tax rate. The flat tax rate gives you 30% more money than you've got to invest. The C corp can pay for things with after-tax dollars, 21-cent dollars, that you can't. And the C corp can provide benefits exclusively for you. And you can't do that in the S corp. It can provide things for you with no coverage requirements for your common law employees. So the days of saying that a C corp can't help you are over with. And what you need to do is have your tax advisor or send me the returns, answer 6 questions when I ask them of you, and I'll do the calculation for you. Zero charge. Zero charge. But it will be of enormous value to you. Well, just imagine if I can give you 30% more money than you've got today to invest in real estate or deals, how much do you think that's going to make over the next 10, 15, or 20 years? 30% more a year. I can tell you exactly how to do it. So I hope to hear from you, and thank you very much for spending a few moments with me.